Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Thursday, October 16th, 2014, around 4:20 p.m. It's been a warm and muggy day and lots of rain showers and heavy downpours in this area. There's going to be more rain showers and downpours tonight, 2 to 3 inches of rain in some areas. And tomorrow and Saturday's weather skies are going to be in the 70s, but Sunday will be going back down to earth in the 50s. And I heard next week's forecast, some days later on next week, could be the temperature will be hard pressed to reach the mid-40s. Some news to report: the Texas Rangers have named Jeff Bannister the new manager. Jeff's been in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization for 29 years as a manager and coach for several of their minor league teams. And also, the classic TV show Bewitched might be getting a remake in the near future as a television series. Bewitched was one of the classic television series of all time, lasted 1964 to 1972 on ABC, starring Elizabeth Montgomery as Samantha. And that was a classic television show, one of the best sitcoms of all time. 2005 movie version of Bewitched was a big flop. It starred Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. It was a big flop in the box office. I don't think a remake of Bewitched on a television series is going to be good. I think it won't even make a pilot stage, in my opinion. You can't remake classic television shows better, and I think Hollywood's running out of ideas. And that's about it on that. My next subject is about Fox Sports for their Major League Baseball coverage. What they should really consider, an idea that Fox Sports should do for the Baseball World Series very soon, is to consider having local announcers call the action for World Series games in the team's home ballpark whenever possible. This practice has been done for many years. Back when NBC had the rights to World Series for many years, they used the local announcers to call the World Series games. Like in the 50s, they usually had Mel Allen, who was a legendary voice of the New York Yankees, call World Series games with Vince Scully with Dodgers. Then they used other announcers like Harry Carey from St. Louis when the Cardinals were in the World Series. They also used Ken Coleman for the Boston Red Sox, Ernie Howell for the Detroit Tigers, and so on and so on. And NBC stopped doing this practice in 1976 because they were going to split the World Series from every other year with ABC, and they stopped doing it in 1976. And the other World Series, the NBC after that, had their regular announcers call it. A lot of people liked the local announcers calling the World Series action for their teams because it gave a lot of sense for the games to be called by the local announcers, and it was a good tradition that NBC had. But, they had to stop it after the 1976 season. Fox should really consider doing this, in my opinion. And if they can't do it on the regular World Series telecast, they could use an outlet for, maybe Fox Sports 1 have the local announcers call the World Series game through the same feed, Fox Sports 1 or FX or FXX. And this concept idea has been going on for the past couple of years now, with especially with the NCAA championship game for football that ESPN did with the regular announcers, and then they had all the ESPN networks have maybe the radio call of the national championship football game on ESPN2 and ESPN News, and I think another one had Stats, ESPN Classic and stuff. I think Fox should really consider doing this in the near future. Have the local announcers call the World Series games on FX or Fox Sports 1, I doubt they would ever consider having them do it with the main Fox, because Joe Buck's really the star of Fox Sports, and you don't want him to get overshadowed by the local announcers. And this year's going to be the first year that Joe Buck's going to call the World Series with his new partners, Tom Verducci and Harold Reynolds. But, Fox Sports should really consider, in my opinion, the local announcers. It would be great to hear, the local announcers call World Series games on national television if they have to use Fox Sports 1 or FX. And I wouldn't mind seeing Don Orsillo or Jerry Remy call a World Series game if the Red Sox are involved. They'll probably have to cover the feed on Fox FS1 or FXX and stuff like that. But I think Fox really should be taking a page out of the ESPN, and also with the Turner Sports, what they did at the Final Four last year when they had announcers tied to the colleges that were in the Final Four, TBS and Court TV had the games with the teams involved. It was a centric game with all of the announcers having ties to those schools, either graduating or going to that school. So that was interesting, and it's going to be done again on TNT and TBS and Court TV in the coming years, and Fox has a golden opportunity soon, and I hope they cash in on it. Okay? Well, I'll be back later on with my third and final video blog of the night. It will be about the legendary tag team, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, WWE Hall of Famers. And have a good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.